You know that song by that Judds? Was Grandpa telling me about the good old days? Well, there's a lot to that song, really, because I know people nowadays, kids and people are born there in the last 20 years or 30 maybe, they think this is the good old days now, but it's not, to me, it's not the same as it was before. You know, back in the day there, back in the 50s and 60s, the cars had class. They had their distinction. They had their personality, and you could tell from a mile, well, not a mile, but from a considerable distance, you could tell what it was. But now, somehow the car makers have gotten together, which used to be they wanted their own designs, but now then I guess they get together and say, well, let's just make them all look like a big bunch of Easter eggs. And that's what they are. They're old rounded looking cars with no distinction to them. Absolutely no class. I guess they're a little safer because of all the airbags and everything, but like I said, I'm an old timer, so therefore I like the old style stuff better. And the cars used to have the foot dimmer switch, which there's no reason why they moved that, because most cars are automatic. There's no much your left foot going to do otherwise. It's right there where the dimmer switch is, easy to do. Now it's up on the steering column. You got to fumble around, try to find that one, or somebody pops up over a hill and you're looking for try to dim it, you hit to turn your signal on and everything else, and it's a big chaos. Why they changed it, I don't know. Just some goofy reason, I guess, because they want everything on the steering wheel, thinking it's easy to get to. Well, you get too much stuff on there and it becomes very complicated. And then another point on the cars and everything, as I said, they used to have class. They used to have nice chrome bumpers. People say, oh, that chrome's nasty to me. I liked it. The chrome added to it. And the cars used to be two-tone. You could get two different colors. Maybe the top and the bottom be different. They quit that. They're all just the same old color. Run them through the paint booth and you're done. I guess maybe they did that because they figured it wouldn't last 2 years before somebody would crash it anyway. But then the thing about the bumpers, I like that. They had distinction there too. Now you got this little plastic shell. You get a hold of it, you can pop it right off. It's just stuck on plastic clips, you know. So yeah, I sound like I'm an old grouse, and I guess the way I am. When things are okay, why change it, you know? And then they get to this cable TV. They did have cable TV back in the 70s. You paid for your cable bill. You got your programs. Now you pay, I think a cable bill back in something like $11 a month. And you got your programs. There wasn't none of these ESPNs and all that malarkey. You had your regular programs, but they was straight through with no commercials. Now then, you pay all this money for your Dish Network and what's that other thing, Direct. You got 5 minutes of programming, 15 minutes of commercials in between there. No telling how long it takes you to watch a movie on there by the time they draw it all out. And that's another thing I don't like about that is that if they're going to have it like that, then have it where you pay for it. Don't pay for commercial. Another thing too, these cell phones. That's really a pick on me. Years ago we got by fine with cell phones, but now people carry that around their hand like it's their pacemaker. If they don't have that, they're going to die. You can't get much work done one-handed. And people are born that way, or they've learned to do it. But if you've got a cell phone in your hand, then every time you try to do something, I got to answer this text. Well, what a bunch of malarkey. They lived without it before. I did finally get one of these little flip things. But you can't look up anything on the internet. You don't need to. I got a computer here at the house. I can do it that way. And that way, I can't carry this big old computer with me outside when I'm trying to work, which I can't do much work anyway now at my age. I'm getting to be an old geezer. I have been for a period of time. But all this modern technology now. I was up there at Harbor Freight the other day. I guess this gal had some kind of coupon on her cell phone. We sat there and waited for her to try to pair that up with that guy's computer. It made me aggravated. I said something about it. They got to play on his computer all day long. She looked at me and well, go ahead. So finally another associate came up and said, you come over here and listen, I'll do that. And I said, okay. But now see, that's just a holdup. That took longer than if she'd have. I had a coupon, paper coupon. I printed off the internet. I was getting plastic ties. It was quite a bit cheaper. We used a lot of them zip ties. Went right through and gave her the thing. Everything's cool. Didn't have to fool around that damn modern technology junk. People go there and pay for their hamburgers in Walmart with it. Or not Walmart, McDonald's. Well, Walmart too. And that brings me to another point. These daggone automatic self-checkout deals. If I am spending my money there, surely they can have somebody, a human, take that money. First off, I don't know how to use that thing. If I mess up, they'll probably chase me out there and arrest me for shoplifting or something. Frankly, I hope everybody that uses them things rips them off, because then maybe they'll get rid of them. There's nothing wrong with having I'm getting away from the good old days. Back in the good old days, they had these little stores, and you go in and give the guy your list, he goes around, picks out everything for you, puts it on a counter, you pay for it, and you're out of there. But now, what they have you do that, you go and pick your own stuff out. Then every month or so, they'll change everything. So where the bread used to be, now it's applesauce. So, you got to look all over the store, and while you're looking, you pick up something, oh, I didn't think I needed that, but I guess I'll get that. So, anyway, that's the way it's a marketing deal. Get more thing. And next thing you know, they're going to want you to drive the truck and unload the thing. I don't like that kind of thing. Now, along with all this cell phone thing, you used to have family that was associated and everything. You eat supper, dinner, whatever it was, right there at the table. But not anymore. You got one guy who goes off in here somewhere else, he's playing on his cell phone while he's eating some soup or whatever it is. And so you see, you had family time together. Family was more or less together. But now everybody's like a bunch of quails off in their direction. They don't live together. Well, they live together. That's about all you can say. They sleep in the same house, but that's about it. Ain't like it used to be, but I can't change none of that. And well, of course, now getting on the prices of things. Now that is relative, because I used to eat them, and I still do, like those Mountain candy bars. But you used to buy that little 2-pack for 5 cents, a nickel. They had 2 little bars in them. Now, if you can find that for under $1, you're lucky, because they're not. But I know it's because of the relative things. When I first got out of the service, I think I was making $2 an hour. Before that, it was less. When you worked in hayfield, it was a whole lot less. But anyway, now, of course, everybody's making more and more and more, and they keep pushing that minimum wage up there. So now your hamburgers, you can't buy a meal hardly for under $10. Well, you can, but it all is a couple cheeseburgers, fries, and a soda. And that's if you get the small one. Yeah, I know it sounds like I'm in a real grouchy old mood here, but it's kind of the way it is. Like things like I remember them was a lot better. Yeah, if people say, well, you're living in the 50s, well, that's fine with me, because I don't like all this modern junk. I mean, I've got stuff like that. I mean, I got some of this newer tools and all, and I do have a computer and all that. But they don't need to have all that high-tech junk that I don't even understand. That opens up a big field for scammers and identity thieves, for all that. Because the more of this stuff you got, the better chance those guys' brains can do to get into your information and so they get in your bank account, whatever they want to get into. Yeah, I know I bank online too, as far as that is, and that's kind of risky, but they ain't gonna get much out of mine because there ain't nothing much in there. So, you dabble around $100,000 a week or a month, they can't get too much. But anyway, I think I've been rambling on here enough. Been rambling pretty much. Of course, people back in them days had class too. The women had nice hairdos and everything. But now you got this green, brown, green, purple, red, whatever kind of paint they can put on there, and then they got their face hanging by a damn nose ring, which is nothing but a snot catcher as far as I'm concerned. It's not cute. I don't know if they're just trying to prove how brave they are. They can stand a needle stuck in their nose. And they got these tattoos all over. Well, tattoos okay to a degree, but why make your body look like a page out of a comic strip? Anyway, enough of this. I don't know how long this has been running on, but I like to keep them short. But this is kind of a gripe session. I don't usually do this. And you can agree or not agree, I don't care, it doesn't matter, because it's just the way I feel about it, not the way anybody else has to feel about it. Anyway, I gotta get out and get to work before I'm gonna start being like the guy with a cell phone, can't do nothing to get away from it. Anyway, y'all take care and talk to you later.